Hello, my makeup loving friends. Yes, I know I'm starting a video without any makeup on. It's a strange one. What I am doing today is attempting to recreate the eye makeup of one of my subscribers, Leo. So he did this amazing eye look. I know, it's really good. And I'm going to attempt to recreate it. Now, I'm nowhere near as talented as Leo, but I am going to give it a fair shot. Leo has been subscribed to me from pretty much near the beginning, like summer of 2019. I have his details down below in terms of he has an Instagram account where he just does amazing, beautiful eye looks. Like, they're so beautifully blended. He's so very, very talented. So I figured I would try to recreate that. And Leo has said he only has 2 eyeshadow palettes. So he has the XL, and he has, I think, the Morphe James Charles palette, which weirdly I don't have either of those. Well, actually I do have the XL, but I haven't used it yet. I want to leave that for another day. So what I'm doing today is I'm going to use some palettes that I have, and it's going to be a little bit of a first impressions. So I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Jackie Aina palette, which looks like this. I'll do swatches at the very end of the video as well, just to kind of talk you through them. I have the Linda Halberg Spectral palette, which looks like this. Haven't used that yet, but I figured the silver should work pretty well for part of that look. And there's more kind of pastel-y colours in there to kind of blend things out with, or at least that's the hope. And I have the Masquerade by Juvia's Place. I thought I was getting the mini, but it turns out I got the really, really big one. So I am going to be using those 3. In addition to that, I have the Me, Myself and Mmmmitchell palette, which has its own little mirror. I have used this already, but I will probably dip into a few colours from this to try and see how it goes. Now, I've already concealed the eyelids, so essentially I'm going to start straight-ish into it. It's a really, really pretty look. And I'm like, Teresa, you're in out of your depth. I think I'll go in with Manchester here. I'm just going to pick a teeny tiny amount of that up with this Morphe brush. It's from a set. And I'm going to pop the glasses up. It's really, really warm today, so I'm like not able for it. Like, I'm just going to whinge. I'm just going to stamp a little bit of colour on. There isn't a huge amount of yellow there, but I'll just smoosh it on. Yeah, step 1, already messing up. Sorry, Leo. I'm trying. So I'm taking another Morphe brush now, and I think I'm going to go into the Juvia's Place Masquerade palette, and I'm going to go into Mali. Now, like I said, it's not going to be an exact recreation because I don't have the exact colours that Leo used, but I'm giving it a good go. Please don't hate me. Like, already I can see it's nowhere near to what Leo's looked like, but sure, look, I'm giving it a go. I'm going to go into the Mmmmitchell palette, and I'm going to pick up Shmoney, and apparently dig this into one of the shades. But yeah, I'm picking up Shmoney, which is, let's face it, a shade that was made for me, because it's green, and I love green. Are you surprised? No. Like, yes, Tracy, we knew you liked green. Leo's blend is also 1,000 times better than mine, but you know, that's my life. I'm looking back at his stuff again and I'm just like, damn, very talented. It's very difficult. But I use this Morphe M573 and I'm going to go into the shade Zola, which is a sort of a tealy blue. Do I know what I'm doing? Absolutely not. Sorry for ruining your eye look, Leo. Sorry. Sufficiently peacocky? Who knows? Who knows? I'm taking the same brush again. But I'm going into the Linda Halberg Spectral palette and I'm going into the shade Abstract, which is this sort of a violety blue. I don't know what I'm doing at this point. I'm just like, nah, smoosh a few things onto my face. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look exactly like the picture, no. But I'm giving it a good go. I'm giving it a good go, guys. I am. I'm trying. I am. I promise. Oh, who even knows at this point? I'm going to take this same brush again. And what am I going to do? Yeah, I'm going to go into Dahlia, which is this shade here. It's like a darker blue. I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, that's close enough. Close enough. I'm back looking at the reference picture. Again, I'm nowhere near where I should be with this. Oh well. I'm going to get another brush now because why not? Why not? You know, in for a penny. I'm taking a Juvia's Place brush and I'm going into the Jackie Aina palette and I'm going into the shade Bigwig, which is this kind of matte purple. It's like the first bit of matte that I've used in a while. On this look, I mean. Not like in general. I mean, is it as good as Leo's? No. Well, I'm giving it a go. I'm giving it a go. What do I want to do next? Okay. Phew. This is probably where I go quite badly wrong. But, you know, God loves a trier and all that. I'm taking this Jessup 231. It's a Luxe Petite brush and I am questioning my life choices. I am going to take Miracle and Mardi. So this is Mardi and this is Miracle. And I'm going to smoosh the two of them together. And essentially hope for the best. Which sounds about right, doesn't it? It's like, yeah, that's what you do, Teresa. So I'm just going to pop it here. I'm going to take this same brush and yeah, I'm going to go into the Linda Halberg Spectral palette and I'm going to go into Faint, which is that sort of a green. Do I know what I'm doing? No. It's fine. I'm grand. And I'm just going to swish them together kind of where they meet. It's definitely more of a, oh, my look was inspired by you type of thing than an exact recreation. Sorry, Leo, I am trying. I may have to pop a little bit more yellow in there just to warm up the inside. Look. I'm again going into the shade Faint from the Halberg palette. But like I said, I think I'm going to take this brush again and go back into Manchester, which is that yellow that we started off with. I might have taken off too much, oh well. I am using this same brush again, and I'm going into Chi from the Masquerade palette. Do I know what I'm doing? Absolutely not. I'm just cleaning this brush off. It's clean, there's no more product on it, and I just want to kind of blend this out because a little bit of that blue kind of went where it kind of shouldn't have. Unless I go back in with the two greens. Was it Mardi and Miracle? Yeah, why not? You can do what you want, Teresa. It's your eyeballs. And into Faith, which was the green from the Linda Halberg. There we go. I mean, close enough. I'm taking the Juvia's Place brush again, and what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to dip into two palettes. So I'm going to go back into the purple from the Jackie which was Big Wig, but I also want to go into the Juvia's Place into Makeda. So I'm going to put the two of them together, smoosh them. A marriage of convenience. There. What I'm going to do now is run away and question my life choices. No, I'm going to go and cut my crease, and we will come back and I will see what I can do to make this work-ish, adjacent. Sorry, Leo, totally ruining your eye look. But, you know, it's done with love. I'll see you guys back in a second. I'm back. I have cut the crease. Does it look as good as Leo's? No. No, it doesn't. But it is what it is. Just looking back at this picture and I'm like, damn you, why are you so good at this? It's, yeah, it's very difficult. I have this Jessup 237 Detail Shader brush. And I'm going into the Linda Halberg palette, the Spectral palette, and I'm going into Illusion. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see. I'm going to try it dry first, just without putting any kind of setting spray or anything on it. Yeah, that's showing up pretty well. The fallout, though. Fallout is pretty intense. I'm gonna look like the Tin Man at the end of this. I think what I'll do is I'll take a little bit of setting spray and, or no, I'll take a little bit of this on the brush and then put a bit of setting spray onto it. Because, you know, why not? Just to see if it'll give it an extra something. No, it doesn't really seem to, like, I mean, it's fine. I am going to take a shading brush now. I just always end up using this one, the gesso brush. It is the 226, the smudger, and I'm going into, ooh, excuse me, that same shade again, and I'm just going to smoosh it on the rest of the eyelid. Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty okay. I mean, obviously I'm not finished yet, but I don't completely hate it. Yeah, I know. What am I like? I have this Real Techniques brush. It is called the Base Shadow Brush. And I'm going into the Jackie Aina palette, and I want to go into Shookington. So that one there. And I just want to pat a little bit on along kind of here. Oh my god, look at all that fallout. That was actually insane. Yeah, I'm not happy with that at all. No, don't like that. Don't like. I'm gonna have to, I think, take that previous brush again, my shader brush, and pop more of that silver on again, because I don't like that. There, forgives all the things. Just didn't like that. It didn't turn out nicely. It wasn't smooshing well with it. Okay, I'm going to be really weird, and I'm going into the Masquerade palette, and I'm going to smoosh these two colours together. They are Zobo and Calabar. So that's Zobo and that's Calabar. Do I know what I'm doing? No, not even slightly. Well, this is where it's properly deviating, she said for the 5 millionth time in the video. Like, am I going to have to issue a formal apology to Leo at the end of this? I'm so sorry, Leo. I'm so sorry. That'll somewhat do, right? I mean, it's not the absolute worst. I'm going back to my Juvia's Place brush again, and I'm going back to the Jackie Aina palette, and I'm again going back to Big Wig. I don't have a problem. Everything's fine. I need a small little brush now just to kind of blend a little. I have this Morphe M456, and I'm just going to use that to kind of blend between the pink and the silver. I've just wiped it off, and now I'm just going to blend between the pink and the purple. Okay, I did the best I could. I obviously still have to do the under eye and like some eyeliner. It seems that Leo has done the trick of using white eyeliner and then packing shadows onto the waterline, so I may attempt to do that. Of course, me getting this look has required me smooshing a few eyeshadows together to get the exact, well, not exact look, but this general look. Again, it doesn't exactly copy his, but I am trying to recreate it in as much as I can. I'm going to go off camera now, put some lashes on. I'm going to put on most of the rest of my face, and we will come back just to do the under eye and the waterline again, and yeah, then I'll give my general first, well, we'll do some swatches of these palettes and I'll give you a general first impression. Hi guys, I'm back. I'm very sorry if you hear noise in the background. Neighbours are doing their lawn, so it is what it is. So I have the rest of my face put on. I obviously still have to do the lower lash line. I've got this NARS pencil, I believe it's in the shade Blanc. No, sorry, Santa Monica Boulevard, I believe. Or is that just what they... Who knows? Anyways, it's in a white shade. I don't really care. I am putting it onto the waterline. I'm so sorry for butchering your look, Leo. I'm so sorry. I'm trying my best. I have to look back at it again just to remind myself. God, it's so pretty. You're too good, Leo. It's very annoying. Please stop immediately. I am going to take this Jessup brush. It is a 312, a detail liner. And I'm going to go into the Spectral palette, the little Halberg one, and I'm going to go into the shade Illusion, which is the silver, which I have really butchered. I've really got my little paws in there, haven't I? Oh well. Eyeshadows are to be used. He's then kind of taken the green and put it down here. Now, of course, as we know, I used several shades of green because I am apparently ridiculous. What was I thinking? I don't know. I'm gonna go into Shmoney in the Mmmmitchell palette, so I'm gonna go into that one there. What am I, like, what was I thinking? I'm using the detail liner again, because apparently that is my life now. And I'm going to just put that along here. I have to colour in my eyeball as well, because that's the level that I'm at, you know. I'm going to get some sort of a pencil brush, I think. Well, yeah. So I'm taking the Jessup 230. It's a little bit annoyed with me, but of course it is. So I have the 230 Luxe pencil brush by Jessup, and I'm going into Shmoney again, because, well, I don't have to justify myself too. It isn't clinging very well there to my under eye on this side for some reason. I'm putting that through the colour switch, and I'm going to, I think, go into the Spectral palette, and I'm going to pick up a bit of Faint, which was that green. Doesn't really seem to kind of do much there, but I don't know, maybe it's just my under eyes are odd. There's a distinct possibility. Going into the Masquerade palette, and I'm going into Mally. I'm going into that kind of green shimmery bit again with the Luxe pencil, cause I'm too lazy to pick something else out. Just giving it a little bit more depth. Again, I've cleaned off the Luxe brush, and I'm going into Zola, which is in the Masquerade palette. Again, what I might do is just take this eye pencil and go into that same shade. And I might just clean that off and go into Dahlia, which is a darker blue. that looks quite nice. And very final step, I suppose, really, well, we're near the end. I'm going to take this pencil again. Sorry. And I'm going to go into Makita in the Masquerade palette. Ah, there we go. And I'm taking the Luxe pencil again, going into Makita. That's essentially it. I'm going to just put on some mascara, and then I will zoom you in to see what the eye looks like. So these are the eyes up close. Now I have the mascara, etc. through it. It's definitely, like, I tried to recreate Leo's look as much as I possibly could. I don't have the talent, but I did give it a decent go. And I obviously didn't have the exact colours to dupe, so I did what I could. I made it more of a challenge to myself than I necessarily needed. But yeah, that's the whole look. If you want to see swatches of the palettes that I used as the first impressions, then do please keep on watching. I'm back. I got dressed, put on this just to try and tie it all together a little bit more. Obviously we used a lot of palettes here. The only one I won't be swatching is this one, because, well, I've used it before. But I will kind of be talking about what my general impressions of the palette were. I kind of can't rank them because, or I can't rate them, because I used some way more than others. So for example, I used the Juvia's Place a lot more than, say, the Jackie Aina. So we might start first by going through the Linda Halberg Spectral palette. It of course looks like this. I have already absolutely obliterated that shade. But let's just have a little look at what it all looks like together. This is Dim, Faint, Eerie, and Abstract. So I used Faint and Abstract on the eyes today. This is Illusion, Occult, Phantom, and Unknown. So that's what they look like. That is, and I've already destroyed this top, The Joys of Wearing Black. That is the Spectral palette. So what did I think of the Spectral palette? I thought it performed pretty darn well. I used 3 out of the 8 shades and they performed quite nicely. The silver was quite pretty. It doesn't swatch that well. Again, I can't rate them because I didn't try them enough. Let me know if you would like me to do another video using each of those in isolation. I'm happy to. Forgive the pun. I didn't mean it in that way. Whoops. This is the Juvia's Place Masquerade palette. It has been around for years, but I eventually got it there not that long ago. So let's just swatch it. I used a lot of this, so I'm a little bit more comfortable in ranking this particular one. This is Chi, Mali, Dahlia, and Zola. So that is the first row. It's very very shimmery. This is Makita, Zoba, Calabar, and Bori. So I used an awful lot of those. I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 out of those 8 shades I did use. So I suppose that's what I'm going to be commenting on. I thought they worked really, really nicely. Didn't have any trouble with blending them out. It's a pity that they didn't have any matte shades of the shimmers, because when you go down, then the rest of that palette is very neutral. I will of course swatch those now, but if I was to rate those, I would give them a 7.5 out of 10, simply because I would have liked some mattes. This is Giza, which would be a beautiful highlight shade. Burkina, Cairo, and Ada. So that's what that looks like. I would say it's a good palette in terms of if you want to have a half neutral, half colourful, you know. It's smart in that sense. This is Dahaya. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Again, that's a nice little highlighter shade. There is Zulu, which they have their own Zulu palette. There is Casablanca. And finally there is Fulani. There we go. So that is the whole thing together. Again, obviously I'm more attracted to the top rows on that, but I would feel pretty happy in recommending that. I think it is a nice palette. I would have liked more colourful mattes in it though, if I'm 100% honest. That would be my main take back on that. But you could see I could work with that palette with other types of palettes, like with different formulas, so it's kind of good to see in that sense. My arm is a little bit blotchy, but sure, look, it's fine. This is the Jackie Aina palette by ABH. It kind of got lost in all the kerfuffle when Anastasia Beverly Hills was releasing about 5,000 different things at the same time, but I do think this is quite a nice looking palette. You know, it is pretty. I only really used two of the shades, Big Wig and Shookington, and I wasn't really that happy with the way that Shookington was performing. Not because it was a bad shadow. Excuse me, I'm just getting like another wipe because I'm preparing. I'm in readiness for the assault I'm having on my skin. I wasn't annoyed with it in terms of it not being formulated properly, but it wasn't giving me the look that I was looking for. So let's start swatching on these. So this is Soleil, which again, beautiful, kind of a peachy sort of a shimmer. This is Supreme, Pinker, which is funny because that's a very well-known cognitive psychologist. It's funny to me. This is Big Wig. I am wearing a big wig right now. It's pretty obvious I am, but I really don't care. Not much. My own hair is shockingly bad. We're on to the next one. This is Voilas, Credit, Lituation, what is it? Zam, Z-A-M-N. That's what that looks like. And you can tell that this was made with a darker skin tone in mind, because the Norvina, it's pretty, but let's be real, it's not great if you are of a darker skin tone. This is Wiggly's, which was a name that came into a lot of controversy, but look at that. Reminds me an awful lot of the red from Colour Drain's Queen of Hearts. This is Shookington. Very pretty. This is Trust Issues. Again, there was like some controversy around that issue, or around that shade name. This is Edges. It's like spilling all of the old cold tea that nobody cares about. Oh well, there you go. And last two shades. This is Sponsored and Ginger. So Sponsored is like a multi-chrome type thing. It's a very pretty palette. I can't comment as to what sort of a rating I would give it, because I only used two of the shades. But if it's like the general ABH quality, I would imagine it's very good. I haven't heard anything like negative about them, so I guess what I'm saying there is I wouldn't tell you to go and get it because I haven't tried it enough. But it worked, again, it worked well with lots of other different types of shadows, so that is good to see. But that is it. That was me attempting to recreate a subscriber's makeup. I am still pawing at myself trying to get off all of the shadows because I have another thing to film after this because I'm an idiot. But yes, that is it. Obviously Leo is far more talented than me in terms of doing eye makeup, and I would imagine makeup in general. But I do think it came out quite nicely, nowhere near as nice as his. I have put a link to his Instagram, or I've put down his Instagram handle down in the description box. Do give him a follow. He just as beautiful eye looks, and considering he has 2 palettes, I'm like, you're so good. How do you do this as well as you do? But that is it. Do please like, comment, subscribe, all that general jazz. Do please share, because sharing is caring, unless of course it's an STD, in which case, like, you know, just wrap it up. Don't be gross. And that's it. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.